You're watching college basketball on CBS Sports Network, presented by DiGiorno. From the Diego, the Wyoming Cowboys in town to take on number 4, 19-0 San Diego State. From Viejas Arena, Carter Blackburn, Pete Gillen, and clearly, Pete, when you're on the verge of 20-0 as San Diego State is, it is historic proportions.
No question, Carter. San Diego State is chasing history. This could be the best team ever at San Diego State. That was a long time, Carter. Not the most talented. There's no Kawhi Leonard on this team. Not the most athletic, just the best. Time will tell. They got a lot of mountains to climb in this Mountain West Conference.
Well, the other two times they have won 20 straight games in program history, those were Sweet 16 years. 2014, Xavier Thames leading the way. 2011, Kawhi Leonard. Now can Malachi Flynn make it 20 straight wins and make it to the Sweet 16. But it always begins with the Aztecs on the defensive end.
No question. San Diego State plays unbelievable defense. They hold their opponents to 57 points a game, 36% from the field. They do a great job defending the three-quarter. They block shots, they're active hands, they steal. They do a great job. Their defense gets their offense going. They're a tremendous defensive team. That's what gets them the victories.
Well, that was the case a couple weeks ago in Laramie when San Diego State beat the Cowboys by 20 points in Laramie. So Hunter Maldonado has to do a lot more tonight.
No question. Hunter Maldonado is one of the best players in the Mountain West Conference. He leads the team in scoring and rebounds, assists. He's really good off the bounce. He can finish with either hand around the basket. He's got to have a great game tonight for them to win.
The Wyoming Cowboys trying to pull off the nearly impossible. The nation's only undefeated team, San Diego State, in front of the show at Viejas Arena at the Peak. The show believes they will win because San Diego State 19-0. Here's the starting five, and it begins with good news for San Diego State. Malachi Flynn, who fought through food poisoning to be in the starting lineup today, so he will lead the way for the Aztecs. Hunter Maldonado does it all for the Wyoming Cowboys. Hunter Thompson, the sophomore. Kenny Foster is coming on for the Wyoming Cowboys. Yanni Wetzel coming off a double-double Saturday versus Nevada. So very good news that Malachi Flynn, the junior, who is 3-1 assist to turnover, one of the tops in the country. And of course, San Diego State has dominated this rivalry 11 straight here in San Diego. So Pete, it would be a remarkable accomplishment for Wyoming to be in this game with San Diego State. But you gotta believe.
Gotta believe. It'll be an unbelievable upset, but anything can happen, Carter. Wyoming starts out with a matchup zone, which they play most of the time, packing it in, making them shoot over.
And there's Fagan shooting over the matchup zone. Rebound for A.J. Banks. And Wyoming -8 on the boards on the year. So that is a major concern against a good rebounding San Diego State team.
No question about it, Carter. They want to take their time. They want to try to shorten the game. They don't have the firepower. When he scores 60 points a game, So they really want to try to score in the last 5 seconds of the shot clock.
Maldonado lost the handle on the floor. That'll be a tie-up, and the possession arrow will keep it on this end. So Dutcher hits third season, looking to make it 20-0 for Brian Dutcher. Now his 21st season at San Diego State, third as the head coach. Told us they pay me to worry about every team. So am I worried about the Wyoming Cowboys, even though they're 5-15, winless in the Mountain West Conference? Absolutely. And for Allen Edwards, fourth season as Wyoming head coach, 9th overall with the Wyoming Cowboys, 5 years an assistant to Larry Chiat. He said the number one thing we have to do is play physical tonight against the Aztecs. 3 to shoot. Cowboys managed to get it up and get it in. So Wyoming has a 2-0 lead to start.
Perfect possession, Carter. Right? They milked the clock down and scored with a second or two left in the shot clock.
That's what they want to do all night.
No question about it. They don't have the firepower. They don't have the talent, the size, the athleticism of the Aztecs.
What a look from Wetzel to Flynn. From the big man from New Zealand. The Malachi Flynn off a cold shooting game versus Nevada. He nails his first look.
Big bucket against the zone. Those two guys, 2 transfers, Carter. Unbelievable. Had a great year for the Aztecs.
Working the shot clock under 10 again. Then into the hands of Maldonado. Maldonado trying to take Wetzel off the bounce, creates in the corner, and the 3 for Thompson, who's well short. Out of bounds, however, off the Aztecs, and the Cowboys will keep it. Here's the first look for Malachi Flynn.
Inside out, nice pass by Wetzel, plenty of time. He's a great shooter, shoots over 40% from three-point land. Excellent offense, inside out. Right now, Wyoming trying to anesthetize the Aztecs. I don't know what it means, Carter, but I know you're smart with the Syracuse. Trying to slow it down.
Going to Syracuse proves nothing. I can guarantee you that.
No, a lot of luminaries, very intelligent people.
Maldonado poked away by Mitchell, and Matt Mitchell goes to get it. Sending the Aztecs on the run. There's the San Diego State D. Now leading into offense for Mitchell. A steal on one end, a triple on the other for Matt Mitchell.
They didn't even hit the rim on those 2 jumpers.
6 straight on the back-to-back threes for San Diego State. Foster taken away, and here's defense to offense again for Flynn. 8-0 Aztec run.
I'd call a timeout now to regroup, Carter. You know, I used to use them kind of profusely, but stop the bleeding right now.
Maldonado in tight on Wetzel. Lost it on the way up. It will be out of bounds off of Maldonado. Allen Edwards halfway down to argue the call, but it is out of bounds to San Diego State, and it begins with defense again for the Aztecs.
No question. Great steal by Malachi Flynn. Very intelligent player. The heart and soul of the team. Great transfer from Washington State.
Offensive foul is called. It's on Matt Mitchell, moving screen first on Mitchell and the Aztecs.
Good call by Eric Curry, official. I think Allen Edwards got his point across. He complained a little bit, and hey, we're here to play too now. There's 2 teams. No, San Diego State's got a great team, but hey, give us a little respect.
Pretty good start for Malachi Flynn. You miss shoot around, you have to take an IV, food poisoning suspected. You're in the starting 5. You have a 3 and a dunk to get it rolling.
Well, might have to go back and get some more food poisoning.
Maldonado tipped away. Wetzel got a hand on it. 8 to shoot. Maldonado needs help. Off the bounce on the baseline. Tough one for Hunter Maldonado. A sophomore do-everything player for the Cowboys.
Tremendous player. First 5 minutes are crucial. Give Wyoming a chance to hang in for a while.
Wetzel goes baseline off the glass. He is playing with confidence.
He's playing lights out, Carter. He's averaged about 18 points the last 4 games. He's playing great. Player of the week twice in the Mountain West Conference this season.
When Pete asked him after the game the other day, is how far can this team go? He said, no ceiling, sir. And then that became a hashtag around campus this week. Yep. No ceiling, sir.
Yeah, never been called sir before in my life, Carter. But tremendous young man, very talented, having a great year.
Thompson offensive rebound, very rare for the Cowboys, and yet he can't finish, and Wetzel clears it. Fagan, quick pass in the corner. Shackle off the bounce, in tight, around Maldonado. And after Wyoming had the game's first two, 12-2 since for the Aztecs.
Got to take their time, got to get their poise back a little bit. Set good screens. I'd set Yanni Wetzel screen. I would have Hunter Thompson screen, Carter. Screen. Bring Wetzel out.
Foster spins out, another rebound for Wetzel, coming off his career high with 16 boards Saturday. Flynn off the shot fake, creates for Shackle, into the corner off the bounce.
Oh.
Boarded by Maldonado.
Roof would have been blown off then, Carter. I have to put on a helmet. I got one in the bag just in case it gets ugly.
Still a nifty move by Shackle there.
No. Well, I think players are more and more confident with the San Diego State because of Malachi Flynn. He's a great player, and everybody feeds off him.
Maldonado parts for a layup. 4 early points for Hunter Maldonado.
Wyoming back to the matchup zone. The weakness is the foul line area and the baseline. Get the ball to the baseline. There's only one guy there.
Mitchell on Maldonado. Skip it, Flynn. 5 to shoot. Flynn off the bounce, back to Mitchell. He penetrates, and a bailout foul with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Count the bucket, says Eric Curry. So it was a 2-0 start for Wyoming, and then Malachi Magic, who needs shoot around, sit it out, because he's ready to go when it's time to roll with a dunk, and the Aztecs are rolling again.
Like it. Thank you. If you need them, Carter, at all.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by DiGiorno. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. And by AT&T. College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by DiGiorno. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. And by AT&T.
The last time San Diego State won 20 straight, Xavier Thames was leading the way offensively, and they went on to the Sweet 16, but the 20-game winning streak was stopped by these Wyoming Cowboys. February 11, 2014 in Laramie. Larry Nance Jr. had 14 points, a 68-62 win to snap the 20-game winning streak. Again, the Aztecs bounced back with Larry Chiat as the head coach to go on to the Sweet 16, but Steve Fisher one of 2 Sweet 16 appearances. Amazing when you dig back in Aztec lore. They had been to 3 NCAA tournaments ever, had never won a game in the NCAA tournament until Steve Fisher. 2 Sweet 16s, one of the great 11-time Mountain West Conference champs. Brian Dutcher there from day one as an assistant. They were together at Michigan and then San Diego State. And Brian Dutcher now in his 3rd season. And Steve Fisher's around the program on an almost daily basis, but says very much, I wanted to back off and let Brian Dutcher put his stamp on this team, and he certainly has.
Certainly has, Carter. You know, it's one of the great rebuilding jobs ever in the history of college basketball, what Steve Fisher, all right, and Brian Dutcher did at San Diego State.
2 years ago, they won the Mountain West Conference tournament as a 5 seed in Brian Dutcher's first year as head coach. Wyoming won the conference tournament in 2015, their last NCAA tournament appearance. Out of the timeout, fight for the loose ball, won by Flynn and the Aztecs. Fagan into the corner. Another 3 for Matt Mitchell.
Shooting a lot better this year, Carter. 37% from downtown. He lost about 20 pounds in the offseason. Really having a tremendous junior season.
3 triples early for the Aztecs, 2 of them from Matt Mitchell.
Juan Marble's in now. He's been playing really well for the Cowboys lately. He's in the game right now.
Thompson on the post.
No.
I think they may have been listening to the show count off the clock rather than look at it, because typical of a good student section, they were 5 seconds ahead. Mitchell lets it fly again. Heat check just a little short. So Maldonado brings it up. I mean, points, rebounds, assists. Had a good conversation with him at shoot around today. He said their fans are ruthless, and I told everybody we have to be ready for it.
Yep. Problem Wyoming, caught it. They don't have inside scoring, so when the other team goes on a run, they can't stop the bleeding, all right, unless they have a perimeter game. So you got to have that balance.
Maldonado Hendricks lets it fly and spins out. Hendricks did not hit a 3 in the first meeting 13 days ago in Laramie. They need him to hit some 3s tonight.
No question, Carter. He's their best 3-point shooter, as you know. He shoots 35% from downtown. He has 54 made 3s on the season coming into this game.
Marble nearly got the steal, but back into the hands of Flynn.
Yeah.
Off the bounce, Fagan, and then
Good
Shackle. Loose ball, hits the deck. David Hall is in there, tie up. It'll be on this end. So Matt Mitchell, hot shooting start as you're watching college basketball on CBS Sports Network, presented by DiGiorno.
When he gets going, he's unbelievable. His streak plays, having a tremendous year. That's his spot in that left corner. It feels like leather. It's going up. Matt Mitchell, stay with us. An 18-6 start for undefeated San Diego State. Let's take a look at Pete Gillen's keys to the game. Well, Wyoming, they want to slow down the tempo. They want to game in the 50s. Low scoring because they can't score. And knock down threes right now. They're struggling from downtown. They got to make 12 threes. San Diego State points in the paint, go inside to the big guy, Wetzel, and create turnovers. Have your defense, get your offense going.
Already 3 steals in this game for San Diego State. One of them, Matt Mitchell, who has had the hot hand early for the Aztecs.
Yeah, tremendous three-point shooter. Got stronger, really in tremendous shape. He's coming off the bench card, as you know. Then when Noah Mensah got hurt, he came in. Now he's in the starting lineup, but he's doing well. Right now, the Aztecs are 3 for 6 from downtown. Wyoming 0 for 4.
Yeah, it is a 70% shooting start overall for San Diego State. So Mitchell will get a break right now for San Diego State. Trey Pulliam, the junior from Bryan, Texas, in to run the point.
You like him a lot, Carter, right? You're impressed with him.
The 2-to-1 assist to turnover. Got to watch practice yesterday, standing there with Steve Fisher watching Trey Pulliam, who he really likes as well. Unsung hero with the team. Aztecs turn it over, however, out of that timeout. So Maldonado brings it up for Wyoming. They lost by 15 at home to Fresno State Saturday after playing Nevada to a 1-point game. But the Aztecs get another steal, and now it's Adam Seiko, the sophomore from Boston, in the backcourt.
And Wyoming had a great chance to beat UNLV. A little slip away, missed a bunch of free throws down the stretch, and lost in overtime.
So Pulliam, Fagan, and Seiko, the 3-guard backcourt. A rope as well for San Diego State.
Good job, but defense's possession.
Fagan can't hit the floater. Fight for the rebound. Orope comes down with it and then lost it out of bounds. So it is Wyoming ball, although Orope fighting on the boards. He's played 12 minutes versus Nevada. Bosen's coming back from a shoulder injury. He missed 7 games, and that's a factor for San Diego State. Nathan Mensah still out. He may miss the season, respiratory issue, but they're getting healthier, bringing Orope back, getting Joel Mensah back. He's had back spasms. He actually didn't play in the game at Wyoming, but this is a team that is getting healthier. And Brian Dutcher says there's one thing we know about Aztec basketball: get better as the season goes along.
They improve. They always get better. That's a tribute to the coaching staff.
Hard to get better than undefeated, though.
No, it's tough. How about Wyoming now? Losing Justin James with a great play he was last year on a team that struggled. Got drafted by the NBA, by Sacramento Kings, the 40th pick, so they lost a terrific player.
Hendricks launches to 3 and buries it, and that is what Wyoming needs from Jake Hendricks.
The best three-point shooter on that team, the senior, catch-and-shoot guy.
Was 0 for 4 from 3 in the first meeting. The rain from the high post. Banks not open, Pete.
No, banks are closed right now in San Diego, California at 8:28.5. Can't make a deposit, no interest right now, Carter. Big possession now. If they can take their time, put them to sleep, try to get a shot or get to the free throw line.
Hendricks has to reach out to grab it. Off the shot fake. Here's Marble, and a rebound for Orope.
Got a good look. Wyoming's doing a nice job in their transition defense, Carter. Get into their matchup zone.
Nolan Narain backing in on Thompson. Narain with a left. There's Nolan Narain, the senior from Hamilton, Ontario, who doesn't play a lot for the Aztecs, but a presence inside, especially with Nathan Mensah out.
Big men really hurt Wyoming because they're not physical. Hunter Thompson's only a sophomore.
Hendricks lets it fly. Back-to-back triples for Jake Hendricks, the senior, second year as a Cowboy after 2 years at the College of Southern Idaho.
Big time shooting. Allen was coaching every dribble. Very impressed with him today. We saw the shoot around card. He's fighting and
Glenn throws it away. Some miscommunication there with Narain, but turn it over.
Go nice dribble handoff. Jake Hendricks from way downtown. 6'5" senior from Smithfield, Utah.
Seiko, great on-ball defender on Maldonado. Right there with Hendricks on the catch. This time 3 Aztecs on him. Bump And a foul is called on the shooter. So 3 Aztecs converge. It'll be Malachi Flynn who gets the foul, sending Hendricks to the free throw line for 3 shots. And we tell you, this is how Wyoming gets back into this game. Jake Hendricks knocking down shots and drawing the Aztecs out.
Yep. He got fouled. Shooting makes up for a multitude of sins, and Jake Hendricks is certainly an outstanding shooter. He shoots 71% from the free throw line. Tell you, I like their zone so far, Carter. Their matchup zone is active. Not too many open looks after the first couple of minutes for the Aztecs.
Gets all 3 to bring Wyoming back within 5. It's a 9-2 run for the Cowboys, sparked by Jake Hendricks, who didn't hit a shot. Nathan Mensah, the big man who's been out since the beginning of the calendar year. Ryan Dutcher said this week it is possible he could return this year. Foul call. And it is on Hendricks, trying to stay in front of Aguacaro, the sophomore from Omaha.
Good call by David Hall, one of the top officials in the country. He's done Final Fours. Terrific official. Got to get Malachi Flynn going, Carter. He's their leading scorer. Get him going.
Flynn, 5 early points. Got a quick break, then back on the floor. A rope drops it off. That's turnaround. The Rain can't finish. Tap to keep it alive. Pulliam then loses it and commits a foul. So compounding, losing the ball with a foul on Pulliam. Cowboys are in it. You're watching college basketball on CBS Sports Network, presented by DiGiorno. Number 4 San Diego State, 5-point lead here. Tomorrow, 7 Eastern. College hoops continues. St. Bonaventure visits Blackburn Court. 7th-ranked Dayton, followed by Creighton taking on DePaul. And then an in-state rivalry between UNLV and Nevada at 11 right here on CBS Sports Network. Historic season for San Diego State. Historic season for the Dayton Flyers. Number 7 ranking, highest since December of 1967. That was coming off their 1967 year where they were the NCAA tournament runner-up. So this is epic stuff for the Dayton Flyers.
No question. A guy named Donnie May was a great player for the Flyers then. When I was at Xavier, Carter, Dayton was a big rival of ours, and we used to have tremendous battles with the Flyers. A great program, having a fabulous season.
So that would have been the Don Donaher era of Dayton basketball.
He was there for a while, did a great job. Legend, wonderful man, tremendous coach.
Jake Hendricks, 9 points and 2 threes in 3 made free throws, and getting a little attention from the trainer on the Wyoming bench during that timeout. So the Cowboys hopeful he can come back. That is a travel by Quan Marble coming out of the timeout.
Yep.
But here's the good news. dead ball turnover, Pete.
Exactly. As they get the defense set, the matchup zone. Carter's doing a nice job so far. Now we'll see. Got to get the ball to the baseline more. Make the big guy come out. You can drive on Hunter Thompson on the baseline if you're the Aztecs.
Back into Yanni Wetzel, draws the Wyoming D and draws a foul. That is on Greg Milton at 6'3", trying to guard 6'10" Yanni Wetzel in the post.
Yep, tough to do. I like that. Trying to go inside now. Get the ball to the baseline, go inside to Yanni Wetzel, unless you have a wide open three for the Aztecs.
Flynn straight away. Flynn from the elbow. Malachi Flynn. Nothing is slowing down Malachi Flynn.
Well, get him the ball, Carter. Just get out of his way. He's tremendous play. I think one of the best transfers in the country, in my opinion. 17 points a game. Team's 4th ranked in the country, 19-0, and he's a big reason why.
Brian Dutcher had a great line. If swagger is a skill, that's his best skill. Confident because he puts in the time in the gym. I mean, it is tough to get him out of the gym.
The gym rat. Well, you want confidence. Anything you do. If you have a surgeon, you want him to be confident, right?
Right.
Working on my head. I got a big head.
Maybe more important to have a confident surgeon than a confident point guard, but nevertheless.
Confidence in anything. Gets the ball here to matchup zone. Goes by Marble, pull up, mid-range. You can hit threes, mid-range game, get to the rim and finish. He's got the whole package card.
Matt Mitchell got his 2nd personal foul, so Trey Pulliam in for him. Down to the post for Hunter Thompson for Wyoming. And the good doctor, Hunter Thompson, brings him back within 5.
All right, I like it. Native of Wyoming, outside shooter. I like to see a little muscle from the big guy. Trying to get the ball to the baseline, which is good, or throw it inside it. Got a mismatch now. Hendricks is trying to match up with Wetzel in the zone. Got 6'10" against 6'5".
Into the post, taken away by Hendricks, coming around on Wetzel. So now Hendricks off the bounce, lost it from behind. Looked like Pulliam poked it away. Cowboys keep it, but a steal from Hendricks, and he has clearly brought the spark that he didn't have 13 days ago when they lost at home.
Exactly. But right now, if you're Wyoming, you got to be ecstatic right now. You're hanging in against the top 4 team in the country, undefeated. The crowd is right now quiet, waiting for an explosion. Got to turn the defense up now if you're San Diego State. Pressure the ball. Wyoming turns it over, about 13 turnovers a game, Carter. They got in the passing lanes.
And 22 at Boise State. Hendricks off the bounce now in the paint, rejected by Wetzel. Flynn picks it up and runs the Aztecs.
That's their defense. Defense get their offense going. They got to drive the ball. Quicker passes, Carter, more movement, and drive the ball against this matchup zone. It's like a collapsing man-to-man almost. Each guy's matched up with somebody in the zone.
Wetzel draws the double. Reverts it to the other side. Pulliam off the bounce. Finds Wetzel, who got it all started with a nice look. Yanni Wetzel, who's playing as well as any big man in America.
Yep. Nice pass. Terrific pass, I thought, that time, Carter. Nice job by Trey Pulliam.
Hendricks off the catch. Try to feed it in. Flynn takes it away. Malachi Flynn with another steal. Finds Wetzel, and that is too easy. Has him tied in pretzels right now, as the show likes to say. Defense to offense, the Aztec way.
All right, what hurts a matchup zone is dribble penetration now. To go inside, all right, they get it. Wetzel has it. He kicks it there. He swings it to the other side. Hold it right there now. Dribble. Each guy's matched up with a guy. It's like penetrating here, come behind the zone here, and you got a layup. Okay, penetration by Pulliam. Wetzel comes behind the zone. Bang, great bounce pass. Nice finish. Great execution against a matchup. Dribble penetration, go behind the zone on the baseline.
Now, we talked to Yanni Wetzel about the tennis days and the footwork. He says, yes, it definitely helped him with the footwork as far as being a big man in the post. But he says, now I just like to pass out more than I have ever been able to in my life. He also said, after 0-18 Vanderbilt last year, he's a graduate transfer. He's hounding Maldonado into a turnover there. He said it's a whole lot more fun when you're winning games. There's a lot of silent plane rides when you're 0-18 as they were in the SEC last year.
He's ecstatic to be here with a great winning program. And Carter, this could be the best team ever at San Diego State. Now, not the most talented, as we talked about before. There's no Kawhi Leonard. Not the most athletic, but could be the best.
They have pieces. Jordan Shackle, the shooter, straight away outside.
Right.
Fourth made three for San Diego State.
The sum is better than the individual parts. The individual parts are very good, but together they fit together. It's like your suits, really nicely tailored.
Oh, that's 10 seconds in the backcourt, and it is back-to-back turnovers by the Wyoming Cowboys after San Diego State turns up the pressure full court.
Exactly. The defense, once again, Carter, blocking shots, steals, deflections. The defense really is their catalyst. Staying in the matchup zone. The defense has been good. They have trouble scoring and then too many turnovers.
Fagan attacks and draws a foul. That is on Hendricks. Looked like two hands on the dribbler. So all of those ranks are very good, but the scoring defense giving up just 57 points per game. That is fourth in the nation. Even if you adjust that for pace of play, the numbers are still very good.
Amazing. Tremendous.
William in tight. Hendricks got a hand on it.
Marble can score. Try to get him some looks. Great game against UNLV, Carter.
Step out won't go for Brandon Porter. Marble trying to keep it alive for the Cowboys. Shackle missed it, and that was bothered a little bit by Brandon Porter, but it's a play on, no foul called. Shackle doesn't shoot many air balls unimpeded. I think that's what Brian Dutcher is making his case right now. That guy just doesn't shoot air balls.
No, he's a tremendous three-point shooter from downtown Carter. Probably the best shooter, for sure. 44% from three-point land.
Porter, that's a good find, but Shackle recovers to take it away from Hunter Thompson. Fagan on the wing, on the bounce. Flynn gets fouled. So San Diego State has opened up a double-digit lead, trying to get to 20-0. Coming up on AT&T at the half, Brent Stover, Wally Zerbiak, Jameer Nelson, Gary Parrish get you caught up on all the scores, highlights, and all the latest news in college basketball today. Coming up on AT&T at the half. How about in the house tonight? We have Dan Gavitt, the NCAA Senior Vice President of Basketball. Great partner at CBS Sports and one of the great guys in all of basketball. NCAA meetings in Anaheim. He cannot get enough hoops, Pete. So he and Mitch Barnhart drove down to come check out San Diego State. There's Mitch Barnhart, Vice Chair of the Division I Men's Basketball Committee. He'll be the chairman next year. Athletic Director at Kentucky, who beat Georgia tonight. But these guys, I mean, this is hoops no matter when and where. Rolling down from Anaheim to San Diego to watch the Aztecs and the Cowboys.
Yep.
Oh, this is what they got to see right before the break. Yeah, throwing it up. Yeah, that did not count. But Dan Gavitt worked for you, Pete.
He did for 2 weeks, and I think I got him out of coaching. When I took over, Rick Barnes went to Clemson as a head coach. I became the head coach at Providence, coming from Xavier. And Dan was my part-time assistant for a couple of weeks. Says, now, I had enough of you, Gillen. I had enough of coaching. I'm going into administration now. He's a celebrity now in the NCAA. He's a big wig. Great guy, a tremendous job. They're running basketball camps, Carter, as you know, the NCAA, and I worked this summer at the University of Connecticut. But Dan's a tremendous, tremendous person. Dave Gavitt, a legend, was his dad, and who started the Big East. So tremendous family, and he's a class guy. Great credit to college basketball.
So you know we'll be talking about the Aztecs in March and seeding in the net right now. The NCAA evaluation tool has them at 2, which means you are in contention for a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. All of that can wait a few more weeks. It's late January, but you're number 4 in a year, in a topsy-turvy year where being in the top 5 seems to be a curse right now.
Yep.
Aztecs, I mean, it's a 12-point game right now with Wyoming. There's a whole lot of basketball left to be played, but see how long the Aztecs can keep it up as a top 5 team.
As you know, the 3, 4, and 5 teams lost 2 games. Butler lost 2 in a row last week, right? Duke lost 2 games last week, right? So it's dangerous to be up in that higher echelon, but they got a lot of mountains to climb, though, San Diego State. Some tough games coming up on the road, as you know, Carter.
Jackal in the corner off the feed from Flynn. Boarded.
All right. Wyoming can go into the locker room down 8. It's still a tough task, but try to keep it around, hang around. It's got to get on fire from downtown, from three-point land.
Off the bounce, Thompson backing in. 7 to shoot, stepped out of bounds. Another turnover for Wyoming, and that is their 10th of the first half for a team that averages 13 a game.
Yep. Big guy stepped out, just got his toenail on the line. Got them clipped.
Very cool. That may have been a bad break for the Cowboys.
Yep, bad break for the Cowboys. It was close.
William off a good screen from Wetzel. Into the corner. Spins out from Fagan. And somewhere in there, a foul on Quan Marble. It's his first. So the net rankings, San Diego 2 and Baylor, who overtook Gonzaga in the AP poll. Well, the net rankings also has Baylor at the top.
Yep. It's again a great year. Aztecs still got some tough games though coming up on the road, Carter, but they have an outstanding team. And the world's a bunch of transfers, Carter. The 2 best players, my estimation, are transfers. Yanni Wetzel coming from Vanderbilt, and Malachi Flynn coming from Washington State.
Banks lost the handle. The 11th Wyoming turnover, and Wetzel fouled hard. May have to look at that one. Yep, we've got foul call from David Hall.
Yep, he tackled him. Looks like a flagrant one. 2 shots on the ball. Yeah. You just can't wrap that other arm around them.
So the old intentional foul, now a flagrant 1. 2 shots the ball. If it's a flagrant 2, you get the ejection. That's not the case here. F1 Hunter Thompson, also personal foul, and that is his 2nd.
Yep.
So they'll take a look to make sure nothing further for the flagrant 2, but there's the avoidable and unnecessary, and that's exactly what Hunter Thompson. So what used to go down as an intentional foul, now flagrant one. Take a good look to make sure they didn't miss anything live, but
I think it's a good call. He wrapped two arms around him. You can't do that. One is fine. Go for the ball with the left hand, but when he wrapped the other right hand around. Allen Edwards is counseling his players very aggressively. He's fighting. I admire him. He's fighting like heck for his team. Playing for tonight, but also the rest of the season, Carter. We talked to him today. He says, hey, San Diego State's on another level. They're in a league of their own right now. Could change, but other teams we play are very good. We get a shot. They could have beaten Vegas.
got it. Good explanation from Eric Curry coming over to confirm exactly what we saw, the F1, because of the other hand wrapped around. So going for the ball with one hand, that's fine. Second, and that's where you get the F1. So
right.
Thompson will sit. Again, that's a personal foul on Thompson as well. So that's two personal fouls on him. Two shots here for Yanni Wetzel. Rolls out. Wetzel got a good shooting stroke as well.
He does. He's not shooting great from three so far, but he's certainly capable. Nice form. Good rotation.
1 of 2. San Diego State ball. Shot clock turned off. Pulling him off the bounce.
The high ball screen with Yanni Wetzel, Carter, I think, is coming. I'd give it to Malachi Flynn if it was me. Give it to your best player.
Wetzel off the screen. Seiko lets it fly. Flynn, last chance. Flynn floater will not go at the buzzer, but bounce and Malachi Flynn's steps. San Diego State has a 13-point edge at the break. That is the end of the first half with the score. 32-19 San Diego State on Wyoming. Coming up, it's AT&T at the half after these messages. You're watching college basketball on CBS Sports Network, presented by DiGiorno in San Diego, California, home of the only undefeated team in college basketball, the fourth-ranked 19-0 San Diego State Aztecs. Carter Blackburn, Pete Gillen. And Pete, you told us before this game, it is all about San Diego State's defense, and sure enough, they have given another terrific performance in this first half.
Putting on a clinic defensively, Carter. They got great hands. They're really very active. They block shots. They steal the ball. Maldonado is the fourth leading scorer in the conference. Right now, he's getting frustrated. He's got 4 turnovers. He only has 4 points. He averaged 17 a game, so their defense is swarming like piranha fish. They come after you in waves and waves. Throw the ball into the band. Unbelievable. How about Yanni Wetzel now?
They have piranha fish, I believe, in New Zealand as well, where Yanni's from, so he's familiar with this.
No, he doesn't like the piranhas. He's acting like a piranha. He's playing great. He's all over the court, inside, outside. So great job by Yanni Wetzel.
As we take a look at the first half stats, brought to you by DiGiorno. Look at the fast break points. And this is a point about San Diego State basketball. It's not just half-court defense. They have turned it up, really, in the open court off of that defense. Case in point, the 11-0 lead in fast break points tonight against these Wyoming Cowboys. So Wyoming 5-15, 0-8 Mountain West Conference play, able to hang in early against the Aztecs. But Yanni Wetzel and Malachi Flynn able to get some separation. So, Pete, I am just guessing that the first 5 minutes of the second half are going to be critical for Wyoming's chances in this basketball game.
It's a great point, Carter. You sound like a coach every day.
Well,
you go back to Kerrville, you might be running a team back there in Kerrville High.
Time you fight never dies, they say.
Exactly, but once again, it's not over, but they get a big mountain to climb. They have trouble scoring, but credit the great defense by San Diego State. But right now, Wyoming only averages 60 points a game, so they labor. So they got to get Maldonado going for sure. Try to run him off some screens.
Here's Maldonado, guarded by Matt Mitchell, who sat much of the first half with 2 personal fouls, right to Maldonado, and a bucket on Matt Mitchell to get it started for the Cowboys.
Yep. Stay in their matchup zone because they just can't guard the athleticism and quickness of the Aztecs.
Wetzel on the post, guarded by Thompson. Wetzel, what a look for Flynn. So that's Yanni Wetzel finding a cutting Malachi Flynn, and the 6'10" big man with the excellent eyes.
Unbelievable. He's putting on a clinic. He's getting better and better in front of our eyes, Carter. He's in heaven now. As you mentioned before, Vanderbilt 0-18 in conference play. Now he doesn't care to lose.
Yanni told us, hey, when you're 6'10", you walk around campus, and everybody knows that the basketball team hasn't won the game in conference. People don't even talk to you walking across campus when you're 0-18 in conference play. Having a lot more fun in his grad transfer year, 1 year as an Aztec. Wetzel needs some help inside and finds Mitchell again. Here's the double on Matt Mitchell. He may have walked, but they keep it alive, and a foul called. Allen Edwards sure thought there was a foul.
It's a great way to attack the zone. Come behind the zone on the baseline. Now, the Aztecs do a good job getting the ball to Yanni Wetzel. He gets the ball in the low post, or roll it. Yanni goes in the low post, okay? Hold it right there. He gets it. Everybody's watching him, so you sneak behind his zone on the baseline, layup, great execution.
Third foul called on Hunter Thompson, so more problems for the Cowboys. The sophomore from Pine Bluff, Wyoming. In fear of losing Hunter Thompson with his third foul, he'll sit for a while. Wetzel off a double-double Saturday against Nevada. 17 points, career high, 16 rebounds. Amazingly, only 3 rebounds so far in this game for Yanni Wetzel.
Yep.
Hendricks gets it back, fires,
wow,
and hits again. Jake Hendricks, that is his third made 3 for the Cowboys.
Tremendous deep three-point shooter, Carter. It's terrific.
Didn't hit one versus the Aztecs in the meeting in Laramie. 3 in this one, plus 3 made free throws. Mitchell can't finish at the rim. So here's Hendricks running the Cowboys again.
Big thing, the Cowboys, just take care of the basketball. Get a good shot.
Maldonado finds Marble. That would have been big for Wyoming.
No, that would have been giant.
Marble, who's been their go-to 6th man of late. 13 points per game in his last 3. Shackle in the corner, and it goes down off the look from K.J. Fagan. Shackle's second made 3.
That was a flop warning by referee Eric Curry, which means he said it on Marble. He faked a charge down low like somebody ran him over. Allen Edwards says, what are you talking about? He didn't buy it. So one more, we got a technical, Carter, as you know. Anybody, doesn't have to be Marble. Anybody faking a flop, faking a charge.
Kenny Foster, freshman from Aurora, Colorado. Foster hadn't scored in the game, and that's a travel by Maldonado. There's another turnover, number 12, by the Cowboys.
And that's the 5th turnover for Hunter Maldonado, one of the top players in the Mountain West Conference. Credit the defense by the Aztecs.
Medical redshirt last year for Hunter Maldonado. Back issues, he fought through, had to shut it down December 11. But Allen Edwards says, talk about a tough young man. What he went through. And talked to Hunter about it this afternoon. Said, hey, what did you have to do to get back on the floor? He said that's 7 months of hard physical therapy. So when Allen Edwards says tough young man, that's exactly what he means. That one's thrown away by Fagan. Dead ball turnover by the Aztecs.
Yeah, Maldonado says he's a little sore once in a while, but nothing major. So tremendous player, but he's the only double-figure scorer for Wyoming, Carter.
On Marble, who brings it up, foot injury at the beginning of the year. That slowed his progress. They've been pretty banged up, these Cowboys. Got a foul called on Matt Mitchell, and that is his 3rd personal foul. Sure enough, here comes Pulliam. So Mitchell will sit again. And foul trouble has kept Mitchell on the bench for a good portion of this one after his hot start. Maldonado the inbounder. Back into the hands of Maldonado. Guarded by the junior Pulliam. Floater spins out. Fight on the glass. Still loose. Cowboys win it. Marble beats the shot clock.
Great hustle by the Cowboys. As you said, Carter, before, they don't get many offensive rebounds. Last in the country in getting second shots off their misses. That was big for them. Down 12.
Said beats the shot clock. It actually should have reset. There's Fagan. And Fagan hits the three.
I really like him, Carter. He scored over 1,300 points at Santa Clara. Came here and he's sacrificing his offense. He's very unselfish. He's a very good on-ball defender. Terrific player.
Largest lead of the game for the Aztecs, up 15. Foul away from the ball. KJ Fagan, the senior from Long Beach Poly.
San Diego State can hurt you in all 5 positions. Don't forget me, Fagan. In the air, in the hoop. KJ Fagan. Remember the name. He's got game.
Aztecs trying to go to 20-0 for just the third time. Trying to win 20 straight for the third time in program history. 20-0 for the second time. 86-59 win tonight. Mountain West Conference action in Albuquerque for the Lobos over San Jose State. First time in the Mountain West Conference era that New Mexico has won their first 13 home games. You go back to 98-99, they started 16-0 at home, but that was in the WAC days. So New Mexico is coming on strong. San Diego State's next game at UNLV.
Big game, Carter. Next Sunday, we'll be there. Should be fun. Big challenge for San Diego State going to Las Vegas.
Can the Rebels do it? If San Diego State wins this one against Wyoming to get to 20-0, 20-game winning streak for the third time in program history. Can they make it 21 at UNLV against the Running Rebels, Pete?
Yeah, they can do it, but they got a big challenge. They're playing great at home right now, the Rebels. Doing well at home. They're right there, right behind them in second place in the conference.
Ooh, bailout foul late. That's on TJ Taylor on the post with Yanni Wetzel. And again in the matchup zone, get a mismatch there. And foul on Taylor, his first.
Alan Edwards didn't like it. He says, what? What'd he do? Both are fighting for position.
Alan Edwards, yeah, won 2 national titles at Kentucky, 96-98.
Tremendous player for the Big Blue. Yanni spins.
Couldn't hit off the window. Rare miss in tight for Yanni Wetzel. A.J. Banks, the senior point guard from Las Vegas, Cheyenne High School. Into Maldonado. Flynn on the post. Maldonado draws the double, finds Taylor. Wetzel closes, so Hendricks has to heave it. That's a tough look from Hendricks, but a foul is on the floor. On Shackle. Jordan Shackle's first.
Yanni's doing a great job helping out Carter. He's really, you know, when they have a mismatch, posting up, he's coming over to help out. So his man's got to make himself available for a pass. He can score. So right now, T.J. Taylor, Yanni helps get in the passing lane so you can get a shot.
There's Hendricks trailing. Off the bounce, pass Flynn. Bounce it down low. Arope. Foul called on Taylor, contesting the shot, and Arope gets the foul.
That's what you got to do. You got to try to dunk it. You can't go up soft. Goes up, tries to dunk it. Yep, Arope whacked him. So he's got plenty of fouls to give. From AG.
Against TJ. Trayvon TJ Taylor, sophomore from Chesapeake, Virginia. Started the first 9 games. Gave him good minutes versus Fresno State. 8.6 rebounds, 23 minutes against a sizable Fresno State team.
Yeah, said Fresno's size and athleticism really hurt Wyoming. That's what Coach Edwards told us today.
Gets them both back to 13.
Get the ball to the baseline, Cole. That's the weakness of this matchup zone. Get the ball to the baseline.
On the baseline, Arope attacks, tries to throw it behind his back to Wetzel, and he's frustrated and maybe hurt. Looked like Arope may have taken a pop. He's slow getting back down the court. So this is Hendricks on the baseline, essentially 5-on-4. And Brian Dutcher wants an official timeout to get Arope out of the game. So Arope's going to come out. Something funny happened on that last trip down, so he's back out of the game. And again, he struggled with a shoulder injury. He's just coming back, missed 7 games. So Sergio Ibarra, trainer for the Aztecs, to check on Arope. Tough to tell, but clearly he comes down wincing in pain there.
Yep. Glad he got hit by T.J. Taylor. Not intentional. He had his arms up, but he ran into his elbow.
So Adam Seiko takes his spot on the floor. There's Wetzel slipping, and a good look from Flynn for Yanni Wetzel.
Great pass. Nice finish by Wetzel. Great pass by Malachi Flynn.
With Arope heading to the San Diego State locker room. And tight, Wetzel fighting in. Taylor gets the bucket for the Cowboys.
Great pass that time by Maldonado. He has 4 assists a game. He does everything. Leading rebounder, leading scorer, leading assist guy. Just needs a little more help.
Maldonado with Pulliam on the catch in the corner. And now Flynn off the screen from Wetzel. Gets him free on the side screen. Yanni Wetzel clears him out. And Malachi Magic for 3.
Tremendous Carter. Tremendous transfer. Set out last year. Coming from Washington State. And he's been a godsend for the Aztecs.
Flynn, who was questionable tonight because of food poisoning, playing through it. Hot start. Hendricks can't hit the 3. Fight for the rebound. Marble has the offensive board. Seiko nearly poked it away. Still plenty of time to work with. Maldonado on to Banks. Banks, good look inside. Marble sticks with it and gets it on the offensive glass. Well, that's Marble keeping it alive twice on that possession for the Cowboys.
Playing hard, terrific competitor.
Word from Mike May, the great sports information director at San Diego State, already saying that Aguak Orope has a shoulder injury and he is presently being evaluated. The two-man game, Wetzel and Flynn.
Double trouble. Two of the best transfers in the country. Here we go, nice pick and roll. Throw it up. Flynn to Wetzel. Send it home, big fella from New Zealand. Malachi Flynn, again, boom, another look at that with our great camera crew. We flew him in from all over. From downtown, bet your money on him. He's a great shooter, great player, class kid for the Aztecs.
Take a look at our AT&T game summary, and the Cowboys are in it at this point, Pete. I mean, the numbers aren't great for Wyoming, but they're within striking distance, or at least making it interesting on the Aztecs.
Exactly, Carter. A couple plays away from making it interesting. Give Hendricks a lot of credit for Wyoming. The leading scorer of the game, 14 points. Wetzel, 12 points. But the points off turnovers, Carter. 15 points off turnovers for the Aztecs. That's the story right now, and 13 mistakes by Wyoming. Give credit to San Diego State. They do a great job. They force usually 15 turnovers by their opponents. They got 13 right now with plenty of time to play. So long climb up for the Cowboys, but they're hanging around.
Maldonado, who averages 17.5 points per game, has just 6 in this game. So it's been Jake Hendricks who was leading the way for Wyoming, trying to win here in San Diego. I mean, it would be monumental, but haven't won here since January 3rd, 2007. 11 straight wins for San Diego State at home versus the Wyoming Cowboys.
Did a great job frustrating Maldonado. He's got 6 turnovers. So his turnovers right now, are matching his points.
Orope back on the San Diego State bench, sitting next to Nathan Mensah. So out of the locker room, back on the bench. Just coming back from a shoulder injury. Cowboys into the post. Hunter Thompson out there with 3 personal fouls, but under 12 of the second half. Why not roll it with 3 personal?
No question, Carter. You don't want to be the richest guy in the graveyard. Keep him there forever. Play him.
Fouls on Wetzel is first.
Thompson's only a sophomore, Carter. He shoots his 3 well. He's going to be a very good player. Got to get stronger, but I think he's got a nice future.
Good out of bounds play.
Yes.
Frees it up for Quan Marble.
That's it. Marble got a couple of hustle plays, baskets in the paint. Next time the perimeter shot felt comfortable, his confidence, bang.
Denver's East High School, and he is coming on for the Cowboys. Had 19 versus UNLV. Flynn in tight. Wetzel couldn't hang on, so turnover, run out chance. AJ Banks lost it, gets it back, and then gives it right back to Malachi Flynn, causing the Wyoming coaching staff to wince, especially when Shackle turns it into a chance for a 3-point play on the other end. So you get a run-out chance, and you end up giving it right back to the Aztecs.
That hurt. Had a chance. Banks with a turnover. Oh, yeah. Malachi Flynn. Nice penetrate. Two guys are on him. Shackle with a nice finish. Yep. Nice pass. Yep. Got him with the body. His arms are up, but hit him with the body.
And there's the fourth on Hunter Thompson. So as your attorney, I advise you to sit for a few minutes.
Exactly right.
Maldonado off the curl. Into the hands of Taylor. A.J. Banks. Like he may have got a walk. Away with a walk there. Oh. Foul on the floor with 7 on the shot clock. Nearly another steal and run out chance for San Diego State. Shackle's second. Maldonado off the screen from Taylor. Lost the dribble. Seiko defending him. Hendricks behind the back. Off the screen from Taylor. Hendricks hits another 3, bringing the Cowboys back within 11.
Boy, he's feeling tonight. Hendricks playing great. He's got to get some help, though.
Didn't have a 3 in the first meeting, 4 in this game.
Yep. Every game is a completely unique experience. The double Yanni.
Here comes the double. Wetzel trying to goes behind the back. Taken away by Hendricks. He was looking for Mitchell. So the Cowboys a chance to get it to single digits with less than 10 in the second half.
Giant possession now for the Cowboys, psychologically.
Maldonado. Knuckler. Taylor tried to keep it alive. Out of bounds off of Marble to the Aztecs. So Maldonado now just 6 points. They could have used that one.
Yep. Hendricks, bang, behind his back, comes off a ball screen. Flynn is a little late getting over the screen. Tough shot. Jake Hendricks playing one of his best games of the year, Carter, against this type of stifling defense by San Diego State.
Averaging 10 a game, he has 17 tonight.
Mitchell back in now with 3 fouls.
Good look. Narain, turnaround, draws the foul. Get it to Nolan Narain, who's played more minutes tonight for the Aztecs. Taylor gets the foul. That is his second. Coming up next, get caught up on all your college hoops from around the country on Inside College Basketball right here on CBS Sports Network. The big Butler-Villanova matchup earlier tonight on CBS Sports Network. And then the fracas and the fallout between Kansas and K-State. And everything else coming up on Inside College Basketball. Carter Blackburn, Pete Gillum with our producer Jason Lewis, director Craven Martin. Vieja Sereno, home of the undefeated Aztecs, the last undefeated team in D1.
We're in America's finest city, Carter, San Diego. Tremendous place.
Been a nice day. Hendricks off the run. Mitchell got a hand on it. Edwards calling for a goaltend, didn't get it. Mitchell down the baseline on Maldonado. Matt Mitchell off the bounce. And a foul. Count the bucket.
Mitchell just too strong. Just bowled his way in. Mitchell, a little stop and go. Dancing with the ball. Goes baseline. Jump stop. Nice finish. Matt Mitchell having a great junior year. Mitchell's a name. Boy, does he got game. Nice finish for the junior.
Sunday at 4 Eastern. Top 2 teams in the Mountain West meet up. These Aztecs on the road in Vegas, baby, Vegas, to take on the red-hot running Rebels of UNLV. They have Nevada first, but right now UNLV has won 3 straight. And look what Marvin Coleman did Saturday versus New Mexico. The triple-double plus 6 steals. An amazing performance from Marvin Coleman, and the running Rebels will be ready for the Aztecs on Sunday, 4 Eastern time, here on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
Should be a great game, Carter. We're thrilled to be there. It's going to be fun. Place will be rocking. And UNLV, terrific at home. They beat Utah State there, as you know. They've had some good wins, beat New Mexico. So that's going to be a real tough battle, I think, for San Diego State. They got to finish this job here, but big one coming up on Sunday. We're thrilled to be doing it.
How about Boise State? Speaking of remarkable headlines, the Mountain West Conference down 14, just over 3 minutes to go. You win it in OT against Utah State, one of the great comebacks in college basketball in recent years.
That's unbelievable. You never forget that one, Carter. I mean, I got wounds all over losing games like that, but that's brutal.
As we were chatting with Steve Fisher, he said, you stick around long enough, it's going to happen to you. Hendricks misses the three. We got a foul away from the wall. It's an offensive foul, and it is on Trayvon T.J. Taylor. That is his 3rd, and that goes down as another turnover for Allen Edwards' team. He was hot during that last time out, maybe about the potential goaltend last time down, but good discussion with Eric Curry.
Same call, moving screen.
On the other end, on Nolan Lorraine.
Lorraine, correct.
First personal, so you go turnover, turnover, back to the Cowboys. See if they can make a final push. Oh, bump out, now Lorraine gets a second. That's an inauspicious stretch there for Nolan Lorraine. Bonus now, 1-1 coming for the Cowboys.
That's what they need, Carter. Get to the free throw line, hopefully they can cash. Knock them in to try to close the gap a little bit.
A.J. Banks, 2nd year as a Cowboy after 2 years at Pratt Community College in Kansas. Been a good free throw shooting team, but Banks misses the front end. Fagan sets it up. 1,000-point scorer at Santa Clara, who's given up a lot of the scoring role to fit in and win with the Aztecs.
Yep. Steve Fisher loves him. We talked to Steve the other day, Carter. Says, hey, he's a great on-ball defender, very unselfish.
Woo! Seiko lets it fly. Big 3 for Adam Seiko. Known for his defense, but he is stepping outside a little bit more with a 3-point shot.
Big-time shot. They need that bench points, Carter. Their bench has not been scoring great the last few games for San Diego State.
Largest lead at 18 for the Aztecs. Taylor fouled on the way to the hoop. So the sophomore from Boston via high school Sierra Canyon, Adam Seiko off the look from Fagan. Aztecs up 18. Aztecs by 18. Pete Gillen, not the only terrific baseball player in the house tonight. Hey, David Wells, two-time World Series champ, is in the house tonight. I mean, you played at Fairfield. David Wells played forever in the bigs.
Yeah, he's tremendous. I couldn't hit him, though. Big lefty. I was a lefty hitter. He would have fanned me, would have been ugly. But great pitcher for the Yankees and San Diego Padres. Three-point shooting. Bang. Reverse it to Malachi Flynn. First half, San Diego State struggled. 4 for 13. Second half, Carter, they're 4 for 4. Shooting makes up for a multitude of sins. Not many sins on his Aztec team this year. Boom. Ball over. It gets balance, right? They can score from all 5 positions.
I mean, usually you drop the 3 down, it's a slider. But 3 here from outside, knock down the triples.
Exactly. Well, Carter, that's it. You're very versatile. That was your favorite sport originally, right?
Oh, no question.
A little mogul.
Wells with a big breaker. He would work the outside edge and then
big
keep
hook.
working and working and working.
And you dig in, he'd throw at your head a little bit.
Right.
You know, he's trying to hurt you, but just giving you your best. Hey, stay off the plate.
Yeah, famously had the Babe Ruth hat. I don't think that hat belonged to Babe Ruth. But
No. But he was a tremendous pitcher. Padres, Yankees. He had a great career. He wasn't afraid. You know, he had a lot of heart. Very talented player. Jason Lewis is our producer who works for the Padres. He does a great job.
So I'm sure he was celebrating along with Derek Jeter today.
Yeah, yep. Getting the Hall of Fame. Derek Jeter it's a no-brainer, right, on him.
Tipped away by Banks. That may have been Wyoming's best chance at a run out in a while. Bullion back in for San Diego State. Saw Aguak-Arop leave the game with a shoulder injury. They're playing without Nathan Mensah because of the respiratory ailment. And yet, I mean, you've had a position change, a starting lineup change, and there goes K.J. Fagan. Still capable of putting it in the hoop.
Yep. Excellent play, Carter. You cheat on him too much, right? He'll make you pay with a 3 or a drive. Great career at Santa Clara. Sat out last year and is doing a terrific job for the Aztecs.
Hendricks nearly walked. Get it on the Banks.
No, correction. He grad transfer. My mistake.
Oh, and then Hendricks hits another 3. 20 in the game on 5 made threes for Jake Hendricks.
Yeah. Fagan was a grad transfer from Santa Clara.
Earned his degree in communications at Santa Clara.
Right.
8 points per game. But the assist to turnover nearly 2-to-1.
He scored over 1,300 points, as you know, at Santa Clara, Carter. So he's sacrificing.
Mitchell from 3, and now the Aztecs are pouring it on late. Hendricks has done his part for Wyoming, but the Aztecs have D'd up Maldonado. Flynn pokes it away. Flynn to a cutting Mitchell. Lost it on the way up, out of bounds to Wyoming. Mitchell thought he was hit, but it's going back to the Cowboys.
Okay. Drive it in, passes it. Looked like a good play.
Yep.
Good play by T.J. Taylor.
Maldonado trying to dig in on Mitchell.
I thought it was a foul there. I thought he got bumped.
Milton resets. Quan Marble, the freshman from Denver, into Maldonado. 4 to shoot. Maldonado backing in. Turns in, misses again. Maldonado, offensive rebound, kick out. Hendricks. May have been the last best chance for Wyoming. A Hendricks 3. He's hit 5 of them. Well, say this, the Wyoming Cowboys have fought, you know, for a team that is -8 on the year. Only 4 teams worse in rebounding margin in the country. And Wyoming has actually won the battle on the boards tonight against San Diego State. So now Wetzel gets to the hoop, and it's San Diego State by 20. But the Cowboys have fought valiantly against the Aztecs.
I agree, Carter. Playing very, very hard. It is outmanned by a tremendous team from San Diego State. But they're competing. They're on the boards. They're giving everything they got.
And tight. Another bucket for Greg Milton III, sophomore from Elk Grove, California, via Sac City College. Yanni Wetzel, 14 points. Matt Mitchell with 15 despite the foul trouble. 11 for Shackle. 4 Aztecs in double-figure scoring.
Yep. Wyoming just can't handle big guys, Carter. As you mentioned, Fresno State really hurt him, right? And tonight, the big guys from San Diego State, mainly Yanni Wetzel, just really hurt Wyoming down low.
And Nevada, who doesn't have a big inside presence, that's Wyoming played them right down to the wire.
Yep, good point. They're terrific on the perimeter, Nevada, but inside guys are young.
Now Marble, that's a pretty nifty move by Quan Marble, getting to the hoop past Yanni Wetzel. Now Marble is emerging for the Wyoming Cowboys. 9 in this game, averaging 13 a game off the bench in the last 3. Flynn boarded by Milton. In the corner, Flynn pulls it.
Yep.
And now Malachi Flynn.
Taking his time. Clock is their best friend, but credit the great defense that San Diego State did on Hunter Maldonado. He was one of the top players in the conference, averaging 17 a game, the 4th leading scorer. He really did a great job shutting him down. He got frustrated.
6 points on 3 for 6 shooting.
Wow.
Flynn, nice move and a spin. Boy, Flynn. I mean, Brian Dutcher said, yeah, he may be questionable tonight because of the food poisoning, but if anybody who's going to tough it out and go, it's going to be Malachi Flynn. Of course, Yanni Wetzel has been terrific as well. We thought about a Yanni cut, and then we said, no, Santana winning. San Diego State defense to offense, I mean, almost since the opening tip for the Aztecs with 8 steals in the game.
Tremendous job reading the passing lane. Malachi Flynn doing it all. Active hands, good team defense. Yanni Wetzel's like a goalie card. He's protecting the perimeter guys.
So, Pete, this is what you told us our keys to the game would be in the game. How do you evaluate it?
Well, Wyoming slowed down the tempo. They didn't. 17 fast break points for San Diego State. Knocked down threes. Not 6 for 18 is not good enough for Wyoming. It's only 33% points in the paint. 30 points in the paint. They lived in the paint, San Diego State. And create turnovers. Yes, they created 16 forced turnovers, 8 steals. So both the keys they did. Wyoming, unfortunately, didn't take care of their business keys on their part.
Well, we have just a moment. We want to send our best wishes to Tim Harkins, Associate Athletic Director for Media Relations, Wyoming. And Tim is fighting hard right now and going through some treatment. And we certainly appreciate our time with Tim and wish him the best. Good folks in Laramie, Wyoming.
Wonderful people there.
Trayvon T.J. Taylor rattles home the free throw. So San Diego State closing in on 20-0. It'll be the 10th team since the start of 2010-2011 to open a campaign 20-0. Aztecs also did it in 2011. That was on the way to the Sweet 16 with Kawhi Leonard. So of the 10 teams since 2011 who started 20-0, everybody made the NCAA tournament and won a game before advancing to the Elite Eight. So here are the last 5 Division I teams to start 20-0, and it's an impressive group, as you might imagine, including Wisconsin's run to the Final Four. I mean, Gonzaga didn't lose until the championship game, so runner-up for the Bulldogs.
Yep, looks pretty good now for San Diego State, Carter, but every game's a battle right now. Looks like 20-0. And Brian Dutch has did a phenomenal job. He was assistant for a long time, 18 years with Fisher, Coach Fisher, and doing a great job. His 3rd year now. He's putting his body as Coach Fisher there. His first victory card, as you know, is against my Xavier team, so I helped propel him, unfortunately for me. Good for him. How about Malachi Flynn? What a great player he is.
San Diego State has now won 11 straight home games, 9th longest in school history, 20-1 in its last 21 home games dating back to last season, and they'll go to 9-0 in the Mountain West for just a 3rd time. Previous 2 times, outright conference champs. I mean, that's what happens when you go to 9-0 in Mountain West Conference play.
And they're doing with defense, as we talked about it, Carter. Their offense is good. The defense is outstanding, holding teams to 57 points a game. Right now, 52 for Wyoming. So we'll see if they get to 57 and hold people 36% from the field, which is unbelievable. Both those things are top 10 in the country. And they defended 3. Only 27% from 3 people shoot against them. So the defense is what makes this team special. They don't have a great player. They got some very, very good players. Yanni Wetzel, Malachi Flynn, terrific. But they don't have a Kawhi Leonard, right? And that's why they're winning. The defense and their teamwork.
Wetzel can't control it. Back to the Cowboys, less than 2 minutes to go. So Pete, with the San Diego State Aztecs headed to UNLV next for a tough test, and then at the pit at New Mexico. Which of those 2 games do you think is a tougher test for the Aztecs?
Well, they're both very, very tough. I think right now New Mexico, Carter, because they're undefeated at home. I think what you said, like 13-0 at home right now, New Mexico, right. Carter. Both of them are tough. UNLV's brutal right now. Those are 2 tough games. Then they get Utah State at home, which I think we'll be doing that one also. So they got 3 brutal games ahead. I think the toughest is New Mexico, but right there it's like, you know, 1A, 1B. It's like a parlay. You know what I mean? Both of them are very tough. Vegas is really tough at home. They've been on fire lately. 2nd place in the conference.
And you see all those games on CBS Sports Network. So the 24-hour home of CBS Sports, your home for San Diego State basketball, the still undefeated Aztecs. And when you talk about everybody playing their role, this is case in point with 4 double-figure scores.
Exactly. They do a terrific job. 4 guys, Carter. Right? What about KJ Fagan? He sacrificed more than anybody. Plays D, shares the ball, and he's terrific. He could score more. So it's really a team. Not super athletic. They don't have superstars. They get terrific players and great coaching. And they're very dangerous. They could get to the Final Four, Carter.
4 steals from Malachi Flynn in this game as well. 8 steals in the game for San Diego State. 4 of those from Malachi Flynn.
Yep. Runs the passing lanes. And once again, he's at Washington State, where they don't win a lot the last few years. Comes here, sat out last year, practiced with the team. Now he's in heaven. Nice young man, and we weren't sure if he was going to play. Remember, they told us this afternoon, food poisoning. Well, keep eating that food. You're doing great. Maybe some.
You had a player notably with food poisoning
Yeah.
who missed an important game, right,
Yeah,
Pete?
Austin Crozier. He played, but he was like the walking death. Great player, lottery pick. I inherited him from Rick Barnes.
So he played in the game?
Oh, he did? Oh, yeah. Yep, we played. Your buddy Steve Lapis. Steve was coaching his face off, as he usually does.
Big East tournament.
Big East tournament semifinals, and they would have beaten us anyway. They were better. Steve's a great coach, but Austin was sick. He ate some salmon, and unfortunately he had food poisoning. As Mike Malone was the head coach of the Denver Nuggets, was my assistant. He had food poisoning. He didn't make the game. Bobby Gonzalez was there. He had food poisoning, but he did make the game.
So you went and got
We
some
went to an
pasta
Italian
sauce.
restaurant. I won't mention the place. Oh, yeah, we won't mention the place.
No,
But
don't mention the place had the food poisoning,
no.
but the remedy for it was.
Yeah, Buddy Cianci, the late mayor of Providence, says, hey, I don't want any more of that. We go to the NCAA tournament, we have his own sauce. Buddy had sauce that he made. You know, he said his money was going different places. I don't know where it went. But he had the sauce, and we beat Duke, Carter. We got to the Elite Eight, so we brought his sauce with us every way we win.
I'm glad you were not called in before any juries about that one.
No, I'm neutral. But he was great. Lord mercy on him. He passed away, but Buddy was a great mayor of Providence.
Well, Malachi Flynn able to go tonight for the San Diego State Aztecs and help lead the 4th-ranked team in the country to 20-0. It is just the 3rd time in Aztec basketball history they have won 20 straight, and just the 2nd time that they've gone to 20-0. The other 2 times on to the Sweet 16. So in the Mountain West Conference standings, San Diego State 9-0 in conference, 20-0 up next at UNLV, followed by at New Mexico. So 2 big tests ahead for undefeated San Diego State, but they passed tonight against the Wyoming Cowboys.
Yep. Great season, 20-0, but they go day by day. And this is a team, Carter, right? They check all the boxes. They play defense, they share the ball, assists, shoot the ball from 3 well, score inside, outside. They're terrific. Rated number 4 in the country in the Associated Press poll.
And Brian Dutcher praising his team, saying these guys go to work every day. Don't have to worry about focus with this team, a veteran team that is bought in. And that's how you get to 20-0. And I mean, this is the end of the bench out there right now for San Diego State. It's still a pretty good group.
Yep. And they're very experienced, Carter, as you mentioned, but very smart. Great basketball IQ. So you put that together with excellent talent and experience, and you got a juggernaut.
That's Joel Mintz on the court right now for San Diego State. Nathan's on the bench. Joel's on the floor. No relation. Joel Mintz has the rebound, and San Diego State will get to dribble out the win over Wyoming to take the Aztecs, the nation's only undefeated team, now 20-0, tying the longest winning streak, tying the best start in program